Since Hunt Showdown 1896 has been out long enough, let's do an honest review about the good, the awesome, and the two bad things that I think you will agree with. And it has nothing to do with the UI in the game. Again, but let's start with the good. The good is that this game looks fucking beautiful. So thank you to the Hunt devs and the Cry engine that this game looks fucking fantastic. And let's just take a moment to take it all in. That's about good enough for that shit. Let's get into the action.
Both bleeding. Dead. Still bleeding. He's out front. He's burning. Running to my left. Dead. Oh shit! Motherfucker!
Good shit. Alright, let's keep it going. Pick up that thing. Oh, right here. Alright, your other guy?
I don't see him.
All went out. Ran away. He's over here on my side.
Oh my god! No!
Let's zoom in and slow that down for you.
He's coming down!
Danny, straight down.
Oh! Motherfucker!
Now let's get into the awesome part. The awesome part about this whole game is you get a whole new map, a whole new update. Everything looks amazing. And this game is only $30 for a whole completely new, different game, really. And what do I mean by new game feel? It really does feel like a new game with this new map. It really does feel more open. It feels like the map is huge, even though it's the same map sizing as the other ones. The audio is greatly improved. I really like that. Everybody keeps knocking the UI, which after a month of using it, I really don't think the new UI is all that terrible, to be honest with you. I do play this on the console version, so for me, the new update was actually a welcoming update. I feel like I can go through easier. I know my brain works a little bit differently than most other people. A lot of other people are just complaining constantly with it. Yes, there were some issues with it for double stacking certain things, and they already did 3 hot fixes already to kind of navigate these issues in those hot fixes with the UI. They're also reworking some of the things in the UI. Yes, there are some things that could be a little bit better, a little bit more clean. Yes, but is this better for me than the old one? 110%. I don't have to use a little mouse cursor on a console. I can kind of just go through R1, R2, up, down, left, right, triangle, X. After a month of using this, I really don't think it's that big of a deal. It's not that game breaking for me. I literally spend maybe at the most 3 minutes looking for stuff. I have a lot of my loadouts already pre-done, so I just go and click the loadout I really want to use. If I have to use some of the new weapons, I just kind of reuse my loadout, grab the new weapon, and go. So, I mean, I don't know what all the issue is with the UI. Yes, does certain things bother me, like you can't save it to filter by pricing every time you come in. You have to reset the filter. Yes, it's annoying, but it's not like, oh my god, I'm not going to play this game type thing. It really is a much better flow for me. And again, I know my brain works a little bit differently than everybody else's because, again, I'm a little weird, but it does work for me. Again, to me, this new UI update isn't a bad change to the game. It's not something that it's so unbearable that you just can't play it anymore for the love of Pete. I mean, I didn't have this game for 2 days and just was jonesing to get back on it. Freaking, I couldn't wait. My wife was even like, "Are you okay? It's Tuesday. You're playing with your friend. You're not playing your game." And I was like, "No, because it's offline because they're updating it." She was like, "Oh." Oh, she goes like, "Is there something okay with your buddy, or is there something wrong with you? Are you sick? Are you feeling okay?" And that's the kind of response I got from my wife when Hunt Showdown was offline for just a couple of days. If you're liking my video so far, please hit the like, subscribe, and maybe even hit the bell notification for more videos. Now let's get back to the video that you're just watching. To me right now, the bad with this game is actually on console with the controller settings. If you play on PC, you don't have to deal with these too much, but right now, this whole aim boost, aim assist, I just can't take it. I really feel like it's hurting the game, and now more and more people are actually talking about it. I did have a video about this earlier before, and I really went into detail about what was going on with it. And again, this aim assist is really out of control. I don't know why they made it and buffed it this much on the console side, but did not do this on the PC version, which is really strange to me. I really think they need to rework the console settings for controllers, and here is the reason why. Alright, so this is a match. Let's just freeze it for a moment. There is people to my back and right of me. There's a guy in a house, there's a guy up in a ridge, and on that ridge line to behind me, there's more people pushing in. So the guy on the ridge line right here that is going to push up, and his buddy is in the house behind me. I'm going to start tracking him. So this is where it starts to get weird. So it's still me, and then right here, that is not me. That is me. Again, it's a little, this is not me. That's me. Again, it's like, it's a magnetized issue. Like, I can feel the aim assist in my thumbsticks. You might not be able to see it as clear as how I'm feeling it, but that's what it looks like when you put up all these boosts. And this is a boost that I got from a pretty good person on YouTube for console play. And I haven't just tried his settings. There was another person's settings that was a console player that I used. And again, it has the same type of effect. Certain situations, I feel like I have less control. And then when I move my joystick for better aim, it kind of jumps off and it kind of throws me off. Again, I normally don't use the aim assist, but since right now it's so just wonky on the console side, I really would love it to get fixed, kind of like back where it was before the control update, like months ago, and before this update, because it felt like it was actually more of you versus them, where they were like a really good player, and it felt more like you were using it, even though you turn off aim assist, the aim assist is still kind of on, because I have asked that to Hunt devs before, and they do say even if you turn that off, it's still technically on in the background, just not as predominant as you see it. And it really felt more like you versus them, whereas now it's more like you versus whoever has the best aim assist going on at that time. Again, I'm in multiple discords and forums and different stuff online with different things on the console side, and more I am seeing this complaint with please revert the controller settings. And I really wish they bring this to the PC side so the PC players can see the issue and be like, yeah, this is like really bad. The only other issue I really have is that was the new MMR system. So before this update, I thought the new MMR system was working pretty well. From my knowledge, it is going off of KD hours played type style of things that are also involved in the equation. But here becomes the problem. So all that configuration works on the old one because you have so many hours played, you can kind of delegate where they're supposed to be. Whereas now everybody is kind of new and on the same playing field, but you kept our KD. So I did have an earlier video that kind of talked about this KD issue before this all update happened, and we were just discussing on having the MMR look at KD in hours played. And on my own time, I did a little like custom matrix on this with what I thought to be a good calculation on how to calculate like rankings. So one of the comments on that video was to use KD hours played in headshot calculations, which the headshot I can't calculate, but I just took the hours played in your KD to come up with a baseline and kind of weighted that in different areas. But just going off of hours played in KD, when you do it a certain way, there was like outliers, I want to call it, like glitches in the system where you could get a really new player in a really high MMR lobby and a really old player in a lower level lobby, but that really should be in a higher level lobby if they do it off of that type of system. Now, again, I don't know how they're weighting the KD and hours played into that equation, but that was something a lot of Hunt partners did state when this new MMR system did come out, and that is where I'm getting my sources from. Like people like Curdy and Rexnor, they all did go through this a while ago. I think the biggest issue with doing it the way they did, if they do include hours played and KD into that equation, like I heard from a lot of Hunt partner streams, then this whole system came out, that this would have been a good time to clear everybody's KD. I have a lot of players, and I've played with a lot of players that have a really low KD, but are in a 6 and 5 star lobby. And what can happen is even though they have a really low KD and are in the 5 and 6 star lobbies, sometimes you get put into lobbies that are really kind of weird. We've been seeing it more and more with the buddy I play with. He's usually 5-6 most of the time. He does have bad days where he does drop a little bit, but most of the time he's a 5 or a 6 star. In those lobbies with me in trios and duos, you do see the same common occurrence. Whereas when you get a new player and they do really well because they played some FPS games and do really good at those, they are getting in these higher lobbies and they're having absolutely no fun because they don't know the maps. They're saying they peek a corner and they're headshot. They have a really good KD, but it's just no fun. And now we're going to lose the new people coming in because, again, I really don't think they should have kept the KD moving over because, again, if you do like a whole matrix system on their calculations, now, again, I don't know how they're weighted, but you do get these outliers of really new players in really hard lobbies, and it is really unfair, especially in Hunt Showdown. And I bring this up because I see more and more in these forums and discords and all of that I'm involved with that more new players are like, and even on my YouTube video, they're like, I love the game, but it's no fun when you can't peek a corner and you're just dead. Just dead. He's like, I don't know if I'm going to continue playing this game because it's just not fun for me. And that is very true. When you get into these higher lobbies, they are not as fun. You do really have to watch how you peek a corner. I've played in those lobbies with my buddy. When I play in those lobbies, I'm literally bringing out a shotgun and fannings and just hoping for the best because I know if I peek a corner, I'm fucking dead. Because that's how good some of these players are. Again, I don't think this game is getting the traction it needs because of all the negative reviews on the UI that came out. Yes, there are some glitches, but I haven't experienced any of those. I will bring out another video just going over my settings, as I have not had anything overheat or any really frame drops really since I've started playing with this new update. I really do feel that this is a positive direction for the game. I really think this game can benefit. I just think it needs some tweaking, especially with new players, because again, a lot of them are going, I'm getting really frustrated because you guys are really good. We've been playing this game for years now. So again, when newcomers come in, it is a hardship. I mean, when I started playing this, I wasn't the best player, and it was a lot of work and hardships, and I really had to push through all the bad times when you would rank up and get into harder lobbies and realize that I was really just a fish out of water. I did quit multiple times and say I'm never playing this game again because I did get frustrated. But I wanted to play with my friend, and it felt like it was a good challenge for a game to actually get better in, and it is. This game is really the whole thing of Hunt Giveth, Hunt Taketh. Either you're going to be given things on a silver platter or they're just going to totally wipe you out. And that's what I love about this game. That one shot can make a difference. And that is why hopefully that these reviews do change because this is worth $30. It is a really fun game, but you will have to go through the downtime and uptime because there is a lot of downs, more downs than up. I can honestly tell you that from experience. But I did fall in love with this game and I still continue to play it. Even after all these bad reviews, I still think it's a fun game. So again, is this game getting a lot of negative reviews? Yes. Is it worth the purchase? 100%. If you were a old hunter here and you got your game for free, I don't know why you're complaining. It's a really good game for a free price and update. A lot of other companies would not do that. And again, please go out there and look to see what other companies gave you a free update with a game they already have, because it's bare none. I mean, I can only think of maybe one, maybe two. So again, I don't know why there's so much complaining. Yes, I did complain a while ago. I did make a little short go, and I am frustrated with the Hunt devs because they were doing so many events. I would have rather had less events in a more perfect game than what we're getting right now. Is there some bugs? Yeah. Are they a smaller company? Yes. This is a small team working on Hunt Showdown. I do give them a lot of credit. If you are going to comment below, please, please do not be negative towards the Hunt devs. Please actually come in with constructive criticism, because this is what this whole video is about. Please come in with constructive criticism, not just fire everybody and everybody lose their jobs. I don't think it's that bad. I really do think they could have used a little bit more time on it, and I really wish they would have done less events. So that way we would have gotten a better, more perfect Hunt update than what we got today. But hopefully in about 30 days, we will get back to the other maps and hopefully to do some pretty cool updates with them. I hope they rework them kind of how they rework this map, because this map is a lot of fun, and I'll either fight you in Colorado or fight you in the Bayou. Later.